everybody, welcome back to another episode on Kristie vs. Kitchen. I'm really excited for today's episode because we are going to be working out of Snoop Dogg's cookbook called From Crook to Cook. I went through his cookbook and a lot of his recipes look legit. So we are going to be trying two of his most popular recipes. The first one will be his potato fried chicken, and the second one we're gonna make are his special Bow Wow brownies. So on your mark, get set, and literally his brownie recipe says, go get baked. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we have all the things we're going to need to make his special fried chicken. The secret ingredient is the potato chips, but he also has some other interesting ingredients for this. For example, you need the peel of an orange, you need a bay leaf, but I think it's gonna be really, really tasty because it is his most popular recipe out of the book. So to get started, we need to make the marinade for the chicken. So the first thing we are going to need is water, a third cup of granulated sugar, a third cup of kosher salt, 1 bay leaf, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and the peel of 1 orange. What we're going to do, we're going to bring the water up to a boil, we're going to put all of the other ingredients in it, and then we are going to put our party wings in there. Sugar and salt has dissolved and it's all cooled down. Now we're going to add our chicken wings to it, and then you're supposed to let it marinate for 10 to 12 hours up to 24 hours. So I actually did this last night, so I'm gonna go get our pot from last night. So now what we're going to do, we're gonna remove the chicken and then we're gonna discard the brine. It says to pat them dry. Now the next thing we are going to do is create the potato chip breading, and then we're gonna deep fry these babies. Okay, the first thing we need is 2 cups of flour, a 1/4 cup of cornmeal, a 1/4 cup of crushed potato chips. Perfect. Next we need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. We need 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then we're just gonna mix this together. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna put 2 cups of buttermilk in a separate bowl. We're gonna dunk the chicken in the buttermilk, and then we are going to roll it in the flour. Now we're just gonna let these hang out for about 15-20 minutes. A message from the dog himself. My greatest recipe is Bow Wow brownies. The key is to make sure they are nicely baked. If I really want to take it up a notch, I might even add a dash of my secret ingredient. A sprinkle of Snoop's herbs and spices. Really give those things a kick. This recipe is already super awesome. We will not be using Snoop's herbs and spices today, but we are going to be creating his epic brownies. I've never made brownies from scratch before, so this is not only my first time ever making brownies, not from a box, but I will be making Snoop Dogg special brownies, so this is gonna be really fun. All right, the first thing we need to do to get started is weigh out 90 grams of flour. Wow, that was like right on the money. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, whisking this together, and then I'm gonna set it aside. Next thing we are going to do is add 90 grams of sugar to a pot you can put on the stove, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of whole milk. Now we're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna bring it to a boil. All right, so we brought that to a boil, and now we are going to add in 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. We're gonna stir until these are melted. Now we're gonna add 2 eggs and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, it's looking pretty smooth, so now I'm just gonna slowly add the flour. Okay, so this looks just like brownie batter. If you were to make it from a box, I'm super impressed. That was really fun. All right, now we are going to pour the brownie batter in an 8x8 prepared pan, meaning I just cooking spray, and then we're gonna bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. All right, you guys, we are back. The chicken turned out absolutely gorgeous. The color is beautiful, the crust is beautiful. I'm really excited to try fried chicken with potato chips. And then you guys, I can't lie to you because I made a mistake and I tried to tip them upside down on a plate and we lost the top part of it. But I did save a really beautiful corner. I think it's gonna taste just fine. It will taste exactly presentation. Don't grade me on presentation today. I'm really impressed with Snoop Dogg's recipes. Not only were they really easy to make, but they smell phenomenal. So I'm really excited to try this fried chicken first. Here we go. It's got that crunch from the potato chip. It's pretty salty. It's not as spicy as I expected it to be, but dang, that's good. Now, I'm really excited to try the brownie. I absolutely love brownies and I've never made one from scratch before, so here we go. Brownie not from a box. Wow, that tastes amazing. Why have I been making box brownies this entire time? It's so chocolatey and it's so, oh man, that's good. I can definitely see why this is his best recipe. We got some sweet, we got some savory. So what I need you to do now is comment down below if you want me to try more recipes from his cookbook. Thank you so much for joining me on another cooking adventure. Make sure to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.